from your perspective, what do y'all have to do to get back on track, get back on the win column, and maybe get a win that could really help y'all NCAA tournament hopes?
I mean, yeah, we know with our team, there's not a lot of room for error. Just with our size, with losing McKenzie, I just feel like we're not doing the little things, to the best of our abilities right now. Coach feels the same way. It's not like we're super far off, but we have to be able to control the things that we can control on the court. All the little things we have to be. Nobody's going to be perfect, but we have to be really good at them. We know we got a really good opponent coming in Kentucky, and we know this is a must-win game for us. We got to have this win. So, I like our team's mindset, and we watch the film, and we're going to correct the things we got to do to win the next game.
Bucky's talked about the importance of guard play this time of year. Just with this being a really guard-heavy team, just what's the conversation been like among y'all's group to try and get more production down the line?
Yeah, I mean, just to be confident. Everybody needs to be confident, be themselves. I think all of us have had really good spurts throughout the year, but I don't know if we've all put it together so much at the same time. And we know, we gotta start putting it together if we want to, win and keep playing in March. So I mean, I think we just gotta have everybody in the right mindset and confident in their games. And like Bucky says, we gotta win our matchups. So.
You had a strong finish to the game on Saturday. I'm just curious if there's anything you can take from kind of that maybe last 5 minute stretch that you felt like were good things that you did that you can try and build on.
I mean, yeah, I think the last 5 minutes just contributed to the way I was guarding throughout the game. I think Bucky would tell you the same thing. Like, I probably wasn't scoring in the first half, but I played hard. And I play hard all the time, but it's probably the best I've just guarded all year. And Bucky told me that, so probably just continuing to do that side, and everything could take care of itself. I mean, this team, we have so many weapons on offense. I just kind of let the game come to me, just as everybody else does. But I mean, we just got to be able to control the things we can control as far as winning our matchups, especially it starts on the defensive end. So,
If there was one little thing you feel like you guys could try and improve that could make a big difference, what do you think that'd be right now?
I mean, I would just say, obviously, we got to stop the silly fouls that we've been having. We gotta stop having to go back to day one things that we went over as far as our press. Um, and really just, I mean, like I know I've said it already, but like we lost our matchups at the end of that game. Those dudes made some tough one-on-one shots. And it's a player's game at the end of the year. So, I mean, we got to win those matchups and be able to stand our ground and move our feet in those moments. So,
Has practice felt a little different the last couple of days?
uh, I wouldn't necessarily say different. I think if you make things different, it kind of makes everybody overthink things. But I think obviously our approach as far as our mindset's been a little different. Because we know, we don't have much room for error anymore. So I think the guys are in a good headspace, get ready to go win this game tomorrow.
What excites you about the last week before going to Nashville?
We got an opportunity to go get 2 wins and keep building our case for the tournament. We know if we get these 2 wins, we'll be at 11-7, and it'll be really hard to keep us out the tournament. So, that's like the best feeling in the world is when you can control your own destiny and nobody else controls it for you. So, obviously, we've had some slip ups with the 4 losses in a row and the back-to-back losses just now, but we still, with the start we had, we still control our own destiny to accomplish the things that we want to accomplish.
If you're on that committee, what do you want them to know about this A&M team?
No team is probably going to want to play us in the first round. The way we guard our pressure, we're really good. We play really hard. I think we play, as hard as any team in the country. We've had some, really close losses against teams that'll be, seated really high in the tournament in games that we probably should have won. And I think, it's no doubt about it. We're an NCAA tournament team, so.
What do you know about this Kentucky team you're going to play tomorrow?
Yeah, I mean, they're really good. Preseason player of the year, Otega always having a really good year. Obviously, Aberdeen and Colin Chandler are really good shooters. Colin Chandler's probably, been shooting the best in the SEC, with his percentages and stuff like that. And I've known him, a little bit since high school and stuff. He's always been a really good player. So, I mean, they got a really good team. They run a lot of actions, and I knew that just from playing, Mark Pope at his BYU days. So, a really good offensive team. And we know we got to be at our best to come in here and get a win tomorrow.
Bucky said last week, too, just that he really challenged you guys to lock in for 1 week. Even though y'all lost on Saturday, have you felt like the buy-in and the lock-in nature has been there?
Yeah, for sure. I think we had a really good practice today. It was really competitive. And I think guys are all, the same goal is on everybody's mind. We know we gotta, win these next 2 games if just so we could accomplish what everybody wants to accomplish. A lot of guys on this team hasn't made the NCAA tournament before. Only a few of us have. Like guys like me, Rylan, Zach, Federico. We wanna be able to lock in and just help these guys get to somewhere where they haven't been before. So.
How hard is it or not hard is it to sort of try and balance the mental aspect of the urgency of a must win versus like trying not to psych yourselves out?
Yeah, I mean, I think if you psych yourself out, it causes a lot of overthinking. You know what I mean? I think just staying even kill, not getting too high, not getting too low. And I think this group has done a really good job of that. I mean, it's not the end of the world, when we lose these games, but we know, it's obviously some urgency. But I think it's just if you get too high or too low, it's not healthy. You know what I mean? So I think the fact that this group has been doing a good job of just staying even kill, I think it's going to really benefit us going into this last week because we've been through a lot of adversity this year, so it's nothing new to us.